So, my name is Donna. I'm 51 years old and I am joining the community to talk about narcissistic abuse. I am just dealing with my narcissistic mother now, just finally coming to understand that this woman has malignant narcissistic personality disorder. And she has actually never loved me, and she has actually tried to destroy me. And I know all that. I've been emailing her with the words like, why am I your enemy for so many years? And it's like, I finally Googled it and finally learned that, there is a population of people out there. They're not unique. I was so wrong, just because I had never known anybody to deal with these problems that we have. The constant denial is just so disgusting. It's just so disgusting that she can just... Did I say that my narc is my mother? Okay, sorry, but my narc is my mother. And so, she gives me such a hard time, and it's very difficult. And I am going no contact now, and I think it might actually work this time, where she might actually leave me alone and let me go no contact. Maybe. I don't know. But what I want people to remember, you kind of know nothing's going to change. You kind of know it's getting worse, if anything. You know everything. But we have this insane hope that they are going to, become enlightened and actually feel bad at some point or something, or really want a normal relationship with you, like what you want so bad. And I know you probably even say the word normal to them when you're begging them, I just want things to be normal. But there is no normal, and it never will be, and you kind of know that. Well, it is true, so really kind of we got to give up on that hope, people. We've got to give up on that hope. So I've got an 83-year-old mother, and it's not fun, I wish I could be helping my mom at this age in her life. I bought this house thinking, even though I had this horrible kind of relationship with her, but I wanted to be able to take care of my mom in her old age. I want that loving relationship more than anything. Like what we all feel is so similar. So I'm feeling the same as you, what you want. And it's just not going to happen with the narcissist. Not going to happen. The opposite is going to happen. The opposite is always going to happen. They're magical at making each visit or phone call or episode, whatever it is, they got this magical way of hurting you, and you're just going to keep adding and adding and adding to the hurt. And the hurt adds up to making you feeling hopeless, and we don't want to get into feeling hopeless about this one chance that we get at life. The one life that we're ever going to remember, right? Okay, we may come back, but we're not going to remember this life. We're not going to really... So this is all we really do have, and we really do got to make it as special as we can. We want it to be as happy as we can. You've got love in your heart. If you can love a narcissist, stop loving them. So anyway, I had my blowout with my mom, and I think now she's going to leave me alone. I'm missing the point that I was going to say, but I just want to stress that we need to stop. Like, she just blew me away again. You know what I mean? It's like she never stops blowing me away. That, like, first of all, she's sobbing for me to call her back. I'm trying to go no contact. She's crying into the phone. I wish I could just play this message, let you hear her sobbing and taking her time on this message, just ripping my heart out. And I was just like, oh my God, that's it. I'm just going to go get her. I'll drive her car back to my place. We'll leave her place the way it is. And if it doesn't work out at my place, then she can go back to her place, and then my brother will help her. Or he'll have to help her because I'm going to be done. And it's like I couldn't even get to that point, because when I did call her back after I heard that gut-wrenching message, she's all like, oh, hi, how are you? And, but anyway, so she continued on finding ways to, like, as I'm saying, Mom, all you do is insult me and put me down, and oh my God, I gave you an ultimatum, and you did this and this and this. What am I supposed to do? Like, I didn't just jump in to rescue her, even though I kind of had it all planned out what I was going to do. she just, was like still at me, and I'm not going to get into the details, but it was like I had to take more abuse. And I just was like, oh my God. And this was her defending herself, validating she had the right to hurt me because I dared to call her a bad mother. The reason why I called her a bad mother was because I brought up the fact that when I told her I had cervical cancer when I was 29 years old, and my third baby was a month old, and she couldn't be bothered to even hear me at the time. She was like, oh, my girlfriend, da, 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 like she always does. And I was like, okay, let me see if she even heard that I just told her this. And no, she never bothered. And then during that year of when I said, ultimatum, I finally brought it up. It was 21 years later. I finally brought it up. I was like, do you even remember the time that I told you I had to get treatment for cervical cancer? She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh my God. She's actually saying, yeah, she actually remembers. I was like, really? And then she just made me out to be a slut. And then she's validating why she thinks I'm a slut because of things that I wrote in my diary when I was 17 years old. Yeah, at 50. This was, just a few months ago. Unbelievable. So this is the way it goes, as you know, plucking stuff out of the air to, oh, I remember when you did that. And it's all like, oh. So anyway, she's got all her reason to call me a slut, to say, well, you deserve to have cancer because you're a slut, which I was not a slut. And that's what mother would do this? What mother would say this? What loving mother? Maybe another narcissistic mother would say that. But what loving mother would talk like that? And, and this is the stuff. And then she just validates her own point. So it's just like, it's never ending hurt. And I'm done with it. My father passes away. She's like, you hated your father anyway. This is the compassion you get. Like, there's zero compassion. There's zero love. She loves pointing, having any little thing to just flick another dagger at you. No, you got to get away, people. We got to be strong. We got to stay strong. We got to stay no contact. Watch every video. Tell every kid if you think their parent. Oh, I just want to help kids in this world. Can you imagine how many lives we could save? I mean, not physically. Well, yeah, physically too. But can you imagine if we could just help a kid realize, let's be normal to ourselves. Normal people don't sit there and kick themselves and say, oh, I hate this about myself, and I hate that. I hate my skin. I hate my fingernails. I hate my teeth. Oh my God, I hate my lips. We shouldn't be doing that. Normal people don't kick themselves. They're forgiving. Like, when they make a mistake, they'll go, oh, well, they don't sit there and beat themselves up about it. That's what we do. That's not normal. When we get going on no contact, we get better at being normal. And so what we got to do is and because what we're doing is we're working on our recovery. And as we're getting a little better, we're protecting ourselves a little better. And so that's what we got to learn to do more in our thoughts, right? Is stop hitting our own self with these daggers that we got from them. Don't do it to ourselves, and start being really more protective of our thoughts that we do. We don't let that crap in our head. As soon as we start doing it, stop it, realize it came from them, and you don't want to be nothing like them. You don't want them having any space in your head. So just, be. And then the more you do it, the more you protect yourself, the more you kind of forgive yourself with every little thing. It gets better and better. It really does. For a person who, I'm still struggling. I am still struggling. I'm not saying I'm really getting there, but I'm feeling like this no contact is actually the answer. And I've blown it, by going back, and now I got more crap in my head, more nastiness. So it's that I've, the words that my mother has said to me, I've got that more, another memory of it, and I hate that. But I am so convinced. Everybody, please leave those toxic people and don't look back, and don't let their programming stay inside you. Get rid of it. Protect yourself with love. Forgive yourself. It's what normal people do. It's what normal people who have decent self-esteems do. So please, let's follow like them. Just be normal so that we can have a good life. How can we have a good life if we're hurting ourselves in our mind? You know, we got to be happy. We got to think happy thoughts. And we can't with these narcissistic people. So get rid of them, stay no contact, and let's spread this word. Okay, bye.